Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Mydefipet. It is coming. Nemesis Hydra will awake in 43 hours, 41 minutes, and 40... Well, it's going to come down now because it changes. It seems to stop if I come off it. But 43 hours and 40 minutes roughly. So that's 8, 9, 10 a.m. on Thursday UTC +1 time. UK time. Yeah, so not long now, less than 2 days, and we will be fighting Hydra. So we're going to be talking about all the information that you need to know. Tutorial on the boss has been disseminated by email from the team, and we're going to be looking at some sneak peeks that we got on Facebook. So let's jump to those sneak peeks first. On Facebook, we had a couple of posts came from Bugsy from the Mydefipet. I think he's the community manager. So this was available. A sneak peek of how many pets you're likely going to need. So if we're looking at this, we've got 10 pets, but it has 5 pages worth of pets. It could well be that either this person's locked 50 pets, or there's only these are the way you select from your pets that you own to be locked and deploy them into battle. We got here, I understand my pets will be locked on the chain until the final boss is defeated. Locked will likely mean that you are not able to use them, farm from them. They might disappear from your farms. It might disappear from your account until the final boss is defeated. Normal pets deal 1 damage to the boss. So a standard pet will deal 1 damage, but pets that meet the boss requirements will deal 5 damage. 5 times the damage, well, yeah, 5 times and 5 damage. And you'll earn 0.2 D-Pet tokens with every damage dealt to the boss. 5 times damage seems to be on... It'll likely be certain traits that are chosen for the ones that do 5 times damage. I'm trying to find something that matches. It wouldn't be the amulet, because this guy's got one. It wouldn't be the horns. I think he's got the same as well. The glasses, I think, are they 3 balls? I mean, they're 3 balls, but I'm not sure on this one whether they're the same. They might be the 3 ball ones, but none of them have wings. Does anybody have the same glasses? It's very hard to tell. The picture's not very clear. But I imagine it'll be something like that. They have to have a certain number of traits, or they have to have a certain trait, like certain kind of glasses, certain amulet, and they will be the ones that give you 5 times damage. This is going to be really good for those who have lots of pets, because you are going to be able to obviously pick from your huge selection, likely the ones that give you 5 times damage. But those with very few pets might only have 10 pets, and it might mean that you're not able to lock any in, you're not able to deploy many. It might be that you're actually not able to afford getting rid of them to keep your farm going. Well, I mean, it will be obviously more worth doing this rather than farming for your silver, because at this point you're probably going to have them upgraded to a fairly good level. But on top of this, we had yesterday, we had the top 10 earnings. This looked like the dashboard that they had for the testing. Now, the fact that this says 10,101 suggests that you don't do 5 damage per pet, and that's it. It looks like they can keep doing damage to your bot, to the final boss. If they can do that, that is a lot of damage being dealt and a hell of a lot of D-Pet token being earned through doing this. We know the prize pool's 100,000 likely D-Pet per chain. This could be, but at what point does this become depleted? That's going to be the interesting thing. And how will the damage work? How will 1 damage be done? How long until, do they damage every day, once a day? Let's take a look at the tutorial that they have now sent us for any of those answers. That's a marketing email. Mydefipet boss fight tutorial. He who sees through life and death will meet with the most success. To win any battles, it's fundamental that you know the weaknesses of the enemy. After thousands of years of fighting the forces of darkness, our legendary pet masters collected some information about the mighty bosses and provided us with these inscriptions below on how to win against the force of evil. About the boss. The boss has 100 levels. Each boss will appear 15 minutes after the previous boss is defeated, or the time runs out. Pet masters have 12 hours to defeat any boss levels before they run away. For the last boss, we have 48 hours. So, 100 levels. Each boss level appears 15 minutes after the previous one. Pet masters have 12 hours to defeat any boss levels before they run away. For the last boss, we have 48 hours. Does this mean that it's going to run for a total of 1.5 days? And do you have to, after you've deployed, do you need to do anything with your pets, or can you leave them? Because I'm thinking this would run overnight. About pets, there are two kinds of pets, worthy pets and normal pets. Worthy pets deal 5 times damage and earn 1 D-pet, while normal pets deal only normal damage and earn 0.2 D-pet. Only 1 pet is deployed per attack as the turn-based mechanics. 1 pet is deployed per attack. Pets will be severely injured from this fight, will be unable to perform their in-game functions, e.g. producing silver or breeding. The pets will be sent to a smart contract to recover. Once the event ends, pet masters can claim the pets back. Okay, so this might be what it meant by sacrificing. You're throwing your pets in and some of them can die and you won't be able to use them for silver or breeding for a time period, but once the event ends, you will get them back. This is good news because a lot of people were worried about the meaning of sacrifice and how that meant like potentially it could be burnt, but it doesn't look that way. The successful final hit to end the boss will earn you extra D-pet. The higher level of the boss is, the more D-pet you earn. To join this event, you have to pay gas fees. BP, gas fee is about 0.001 BNB, and KRC is just not even worth mentioning. It's just ridiculously low. It's non-existent basically. With this tutorial and valiance of pet masters, human will have more hope to fight evil. Take arms and let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready. And it's the same on the medium page. So not a massive tutorial for the first one. We haven't been told what the worthy pets will be, what traits they'll have to have, or what type of pet they'll have to be. We do have this image which we've seen before. We have a 24-hour timer on this. So obviously we've got 2 buttons here for kill and attack, suggesting that you might have some impacts. You don't just have to deploy them. My pets, rewards and ledger. This honestly could be so lucrative. If it works out that we've got 5 boss levels and 100. I mean, even if you just earn 1 D-pet per level, that would be 100 D-pet, which is like $600, $700, which is pretty good for one fight, one the first season. But it could be way more than that. These 5 times bonuses, the bonus at the end of defeating the boss. How's that going to work? How much D-pet are you going to get? It'd be interesting how they're going to, how the tokens are limited to 100,000, how they're going to decide how that works, because is everybody just going to get a free shot at it? And because if everybody does really well, I just don't know how it's baffling me how that's going to work, how they're going to make sure they don't drain the pool. Will we only have a limited amount of time before that pool drains? Will you get a percentage of it, because it doesn't look like it with these set values and based on damage? Are we all fighting the same boss, or are we fighting our own individual bosses? This tutorial is not very clear, is it? A lot of questions still to be answered. We do have this timer, and in my experience, never has a timer been met for any release of a game. It rarely is on time. There's usually at least a half-hour, 1 hour delay. So we'll see how that works out. I wish I could record live, but I've got 2 weeks left of work, and I'm working in between that time, so that it actually is released. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping it's delayed by half an hour, but we will see. And obviously when that's released, I'll be creating everything that you need to know about it, whilst to take the best advantages, to make best use of the mechanics, whatever's worthy and things, and how to use your pets. Yeah, I will cover it all for you. So make sure to keep subscribed and hit the notification bell if you want to keep updated with anything. We might have further updates based on this. I'll keep you up to date with all that as well. If you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please leave a like on the video. It always helps the channel out. And that's all from me. See you guys soon.